What's going on, y'all? It's your main man 5, and I'm back with another banger for y'all. So today, once again, we're gonna be tapping into a new artist, well, a new band that I've never heard before. Y'all read the title, so you already know what we're doing. First of all, shout out to Jeff for this recommendation. Well, two people. Shout out to Jeff and shout out to Dylan because he recommended this video specifically. Jeff said I should check out SlipKnot, but Dylan specifically recommended this song, so I'm excited to get into it. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, you read the title. Today we're gonna be checking out Duality by SlipKnot. This will be my very first time ever hearing anything from this band, so I'm excited. I've always seen how relevant they've been in pop culture. Like I've always seen the masks and obviously rock band T-shirts are like the graphic tees of them are very popular, but somehow I've never heard their music. And as y'all know, these last few months I've been trying to be real intentional about opening up myself to a lot of older school music that I never really got a chance to check out. So I'm excited. I'm not going to talk too much, but something I've been talking about. My wife and I have decided to start up a second channel where we'll be focusing more so on movie and TV show reviews. We feel as though we built rapport with you guys on this platform because you like the way that we break down and talk about some of your favorite music. But a lot of you guys have always told us about movies and TV shows that you love. So we thought it would just make sense to start up something new and just build new rapport and new family over that side. So make sure you go support this YouTube. Go subscribe and turn on your post notifications because I have something fun. I have something planned. And the very first movie I'm going to be doing on there is something that you guys have been begging for. I'm not going to spoil it, but all I'm saying is it's something that you don't want to miss. So make sure you go join the family and show some support on that side. But as always, I'm going to put the QR code to our Patreon right here. And we'll also be connected to our second channel. As y'all know, we do movies and TV over there as well. It'll be something that'll kind of give a full circle effect and bring it all together. So if you're interested in some early access content, as far as stuff that may get blocked here on YouTube, plus some bonus stuff and some creative stuff that we have planned. We're going to be going live and just a lot of creative stuff that we got planned. Just go check out some of the tiers and go join the family. The support is always greatly appreciated. But forget all that right now. Let's focus on this and see what they talk about. I like to see what the hype is because I think a lot of times, a lot of these bands, and y'all see I've been putting them in tier lists recently, but a lot of these bands that are so heavily regarded, I always just want to give my own opinion. So I'm excited to see what they talk about. Let's do it.
I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on,
Okay.
veins collapsed, I've waited as my time's elapsed. Now all I do is live with so much fate. I've wished for this, I've bitched at that. I've left behind this little fact: you cannot kill what you did not create. I've gotta say what I've gotta say, and then I swear I'll go away. But I can't promise you'll enjoy the noise. I guess I'll save the best for last. My future seems like one big past. You're left with me cause you left me no choice. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops me. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it.
fuck. So, all right, this is what I want to do. I want to look at the lyrics real quick because with the music being so loud, I know a lot of times in different genres, the way that they place their music and um, the way that they mix and engineer their stuff, sometimes is more music forward than the lyrics. Like this reminds me of like listening to like a Rage Against the Machine, where it's not so much focused on just the lyrics, but the impact of what the message is trying to give and the intentionality of what the music is trying to push forward. Sometimes the aggression is all of the message that they expect for you to really pay attention to. Like, you know, listening to like Fish or people like that, they're not lyric forward. It's more about the groove. It's more about the vibe. It's more about the energy that the music is giving. It's about the experience that it pulls you into. But I think with this, it seems like I've heard little bits and pieces of the words, but I want to see exactly what it is they were saying so I can be able to do my due diligence and put it all together. Okay. All right. All right. So that makes more sense. Just reading the lyrics on it, it does make more sense because it gives more of a full circle experience of what's going on, and not just the video, but in the song itself. I like the fact that all first off, just from the masks alone that these guys wear, I like the fact that the masks that they use seem to represent like embracing the inner beast, because the masks are deformed, they're like monster masks in a way. It kind of gives the vibe that they're trying to display some sort of personality trait, not in terms of that's exactly who they are, but kind of explaining the full circle impact of a person. Nobody's all good, nobody's all bad, but a lot of times it's societally acceptable for people to embrace and promote the good side and try to put a mask on the rest of themselves because they feel as though they'll be pushed away or ostracized by the world, when in actuality everybody's battling something. And that makes the video make more sense as well because, first of all, with the song being called Duality, that already explains a lot of what I just said. Embracing yourself as a full circle person and stepping away from just the stigma that you have to only be one way, that if you aren't perfect or if you aren't all good or if you have negative thoughts or if you have negative whatever going on the inside, the way that we all do, everybody battles between the good side and the bad side. Everybody's decision making is based on, are you going to take the right path or are you going to take the wrong path that may lead you through the more scenic route. Sometimes embracing the dark side and taking that path doesn't always mean destruction. It doesn't always mean chaos, but sometimes you'll have to learn the hard way through that experience. But with it being called Duality, the song title already gives the energy of it, embracing everything about yourself and using that to be a superpower. It kind of gives the energy of like listening to, like I said earlier, like a Rage Against the Machine, where society tries to bog us down and put us all in a box where we all live and be just great law-abiding citizens. We don't really show who we truly are, what we go through. We don't talk about our mental health. We don't talk about our trauma. We don't talk about our pain. We don't talk about the things that we've been through because it might make the room uncomfortable. It's not good dinner conversation. But Rage Against the Machine, in title of their band, but also in the message of their music, is just all about saying, fuck the system. We're going to embrace who we are and we're going to express ourselves as individuals. I feel like Rage Against the Machine, songs like this with Duality, when embracing yourself as an individual, they're all brainchilds of like, now that I've heard bands like Rush and 2112 and Tom Sawyer in itself is a character based on rebellion, being your own person, making your own choices, and living life based on how you see fit, and learning the way that you intend to learn. Not everybody learns the same. Some people have to bump their heads a couple times to get the message. You got some people that don't change until they go to prison. Going back to, I was listening to Billy Strings, the new artist I listened to recently, but going back to something like that, sometimes you have to go through traumatic experiences to learn, but being able to embrace the fact that we are all a little bit of everything is what makes it so powerful. And the system, society, the things that they deem acceptable shouldn't determine who you are and the way that you express yourself as a person. Because at the end of the day, you got to be your own person. The only person that has to walk in your skin is you. The only person that has to understand who you are, how your mind works, and how you operate, and how you're able to get out of bed every day and survive is you. So you have the right to express yourself in any way that you see fit, but also recognize that you can do what you want, but there are consequences attached to those things. So I like the fact that it's showing that, but reading the lyrics also makes the video make more sense. It's bringing out all of the societal rejects. It's bringing out all of the angry kids, all of the kids with ADHD, all of the kids that in school they call dysfunctional or crazy or problem children. I like the fact that it's bringing them all together and letting them embrace their individualism amongst like-minded people. Although the video looks chaotic and it looks like it's focused more on destruction, it's really just the band being a catalyst to encourage people to be themselves, to not be afraid to strut their shit out in the street, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. I like the fact that they're all packing in and showing each other that, yo, it's okay. I deal with that too. And that's a superpower that I feel like artists of any kind wield that not everybody uses properly. When you have a platform, it's on you to be open enough and to be bold enough to be vulnerable with your personal experiences, with what you go through, and just to share the struggle. People relate most to pain because that's the only thing that we all have in common. People relate the most to all of the comeback stories, all of the underdog experiences that you have, all of the times where you lost it all and had to find it all again, but because you stood on who you are as a person, you made it back. That's what touches people's heart, and that's what sets people on fire. So I appreciate songs like this that really just talk about that internal conflict, that battle, people dealing with the angel on one shoulder and the devil on one side. And just talking about those times where it's not so easy to deal with life. He said, I pushed my finger into my eye. What did he say? Let me pull the lyrics back up. I pushed my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. It's obviously somebody that's dealing with pain, somebody that's been through trauma, but using it in a way that's empowering the people instead of making them depressed. I think that's a dope aspect in a way of switching around the way that you touch your fans. I think that's a dope approach. I'd be excited to check out some more of their music and see if that's more so the direction that they usually take, or that's just literally something that made sense for this song. But if I'm on point and anything I was saying made any kind of sense, as y'all know, I get on these videos and I kind of just spitball and tell you what I'm thinking off my initial reaction. So comment down below and let me know if there's something that you took away from it, something that resonates, or if you know personal information about the band, give me some background. Let me know who's who, if they're known or if they're only known under their persona, under their mask. But let me know who's doing what. Let me know who writes the songs, and let me know what this band stands for. But again, shout out to Dylan and shout out to Jeff for the recommendation. I appreciate y'all. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so you can stay in tune every time we drop another banger like this one. I'm going to drop that YouTube right here. Make sure y'all go subscribe. And I'm going to put the QR code to our Patreon right up here. Shout out to all of our beautiful patrons for your continued support. It's because of you guys that we're able to continue growing and be able to expand and do more creative and fun concepts. Stuff that we might not have been able to do off the bat, but we're growing. So if you want to join the family again and you're interested in some dope content, some early access stuff, make sure y'all go check that out. And make sure y'all go subscribe to this channel right here. Comment down below and let me know when you did both. Who knows? You might get a shout out. But yeah, make sure you stay tuned because the first video on that second channel will be something that y'all definitely been waiting for. So yeah. And last thing I do want to say to all up and coming artists, as y'all know, we keep our email in the description box down below. I had to rehydrate. We keep our email in the description box down below. It's because of you guys that we've been able to grow and continue to expand, so we want to pay it forward. So if you like the way that we break down art on this channel and you want some new perspective on yours, whether you make film, music, photography, you paint, whatever it is that you do, if you want new perspective on it, make sure you reach out via email so we can figure out a way to pay it forward. As y'all know, I'm the biggest advocate for the fact that all of the best talent is always on its way up. So make sure you stay encouraged, stay hungry, and stay hustling. Everybody had to start somewhere. The SlipKnots, the Rage Against the Machines, the Billy Strings, whoever it is that I listen to that you're inspired by, they all had to start somewhere, and they were all overlooked at some point in time. So don't lose any steam and don't lose any confidence just because people aren't paying attention. You're still amazing, and you have potential to be everything that you dream of being. Just stay steady. But until next time, that's all I got. I go by the name of 5. Peace.
How does this go? You wanna know?